Yo, what's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Triple B's is back once again in the Haunted Basement Studio. And welcome and thank you for joining me today. And in this movie review, I'm going to do Kill Her Goats. Now, is this movie any good? You have to stay tuned to find out. Sydney, hold on to your seats because Kill Her Goats is not for the faint-hearted. Brace yourself for a spine-chilling experience as we take you on a roller coaster ride of terror and mayhem. Join Abra, Missy, Reese, and Amberlynn as they embark on a journey filled with nudity, alcohol, and scary movies. But when an ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend arrive on the scene, things take a dark turn. Enter Ghostface, a chainsaw wielding maniac who is out for blood. Watch in horror as the body count rises and the girls fight for their lives with practical effects that will make your skin crawl. This movie is not for those who cannot handle the sight of blood. But just when you thought it was over, twists and turns keep coming. Who is Ghostface? And why is he terrorizing Abra and her friends? What secret does the dollhouse hold? And why does it creep Abra out so much? Get ready for a heart-stopping final as Aubrey and her sister face off in a battle to the death. Who will come out on top? And what will become of the goat face killer? Buckle up, folks, because Killer Goats is one wild ride you won't forget. All right, man. Killer Goats is that bloody, disgusting project that you can now stream on Screenbox. And it's going to start off with Audra, and she's gifted a house from her parents because of her graduation. And she has a small group of friends which are going to be coming over to the house. It's going to be Missy and Reese, and they're at the beach right now. And it is a nude beach. And Aubra's ex-boyfriend's there with his new girlfriend, and they're doing a photo shoot. And it's with Amber Lynn, and apparently she is the last nude Playboy model. And so now Audra is walking around her house. She's fucking all happy. She's got a glass of wine. She looks out the window and she sees the dollhouse and she remembers, that place used to creep me out when I was younger. And back at the beach, Dylan is all pissed off, her ex-boyfriend, that she's back in town and she has that house. And he's determined to get her out of the house. And so now her friends show up, Missy and Reese, and they're going to drink some wine and take some showers and watch some scary movies. And there's a lot of eye candy at the beginning of this movie, a lot of cleavage and butt cheeks. There was a scene at the beginning of a movie where a guy and a girl are in a tent, and it looks like he's gonna propose to her, and of course she's topless. But then Goatface appears with a fucking dual chainsaw and fucking kills him, and he grabs the girl and he like rips her fucking throat off, and the practical effects in it was damn good. All right, Missy decides that she wants to go to bed, and she starts having a dream where she's in a dimly lit graveyard with fog all around. And there's a figure that is stalking her that is wearing goat horns. And so now Reese is getting tired of the scary movie. So she heads off to bed naked. And it leaves Abra up all by herself. So she decides she's going to take 2 shots of Jack Daniels. And then she looks out the window and she sees the for sale sign is back up on the lawn. Earlier that day, she took it down and threw it on the ground. And so she goes outside and she's like, "You belong on the ground," and throws it on the ground. And then she goes and walks back into the front door. And when she opens it up, Reese is right there and they both get scared. She's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" "There's nothing wrong." "Are you sure?" "Yeah, just go back to bed." All right, a little later on, Reese is upstairs sleeping in her bed, but then she's getting licked on her feet by something, and she pulls over the covers and she looks and there's nobody there. And so she's like, "What the hell?" And she goes downstairs. "Bro, I keep on getting woken up by your dog licking my feet." I don't have a dog. What are you talking about?" Boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden noise from upstairs. They're like, "What was that?" They go investigate, but before they do, they both grab knives and they head upstairs. And they get up there, there's no dog there, there's nothing. And Aubrey's drunk and she's jumping on the bed with a knife. And Reese is like, give me that knife, stop jumping on the bed. Haven't you ever heard that stories? No more monkeys jumping on the bed with knives. You had a weird childhood. And so they go back downstairs, and Reese wants to get her phone. She's like, I'm going to call the cops because they have guns and that will make me feel better. And she goes and looks for her phone. She's like, hey, my phone's missing. And Aubra's like, what? Did the ghost dog take it? Come on. She's like, no, I'm serious. She's like, okay, I'll get my phone and call the cops. And she goes and reaches in her bag, and her phone's missing too. And then all of a sudden, there's a noise coming from the bedroom where Reese was sleeping. And they both look and they go walk over there. And then the door opens up. And then a live goat comes running out. And Reese falls on her ass. And she's like, ow, goats in my house? Audra says. And then Reese is like, goat fucker. Meanwhile, Missy's back upstairs sleeping and she's having that nightmare. And it shows her closet door slowly open up. And like a dark shadow figure kind of goes over the top of her. Back downstairs, the girls are laughing because of the live goat. But all of a sudden, the door busts open and Goat Face comes busting through with two chainsaws. And the girls scream, ah! And they turn around and run. And as they get through the living room, Reese falls on her butt. And she's like, come help me up, Audra. She helps her up. And they head outside. But Goat Face doesn't pursue them. Looks like he goes upstairs. And then outside, they're like, we gotta go, we gotta go. Audra's like, let me go get my keys. They're in my purse. No, you can't go back in the house. Come on, let's just run. And then all of a sudden, they see Goat Face heading towards the backyard. And so the house is now open. So Audra runs back inside to go get Missy. She runs upstairs to open the door, and Missy's dead on the bed with cuts all over her body and blood everywhere. Audra screams her lungs out and turns to run. And as she gets to the hallway, evil Goat Face drops out of the ceiling with a big ass knife. And she fucking turns around to go downstairs as he goes to stabs her. But he misses and the knife gets stuck in the wall and she tumbles down the stairs. And as evil Goat Face is trying to pull the knife out of the wall, fucking she's trying to recover. She looks up and he's walking down the stairs. And right before he gets to her to swing, she kicks him in the leg and he falls down. And she opens the door and runs outside. While that was happening, Reese sees the dollhouse and she hears her phone in the dollhouse. She's like, what the fuck? And she walks over to the dollhouse. And right before she opens up the door, Goat Face appears and grabs her and fucking starts manhandling her and throwing her down. He throws her on the bed, and then he gets the fucking bedpost and he fucking jams it right through her stomach and totally impels her. And he fucking is looking around all crazy. And so now evil Goat Face is chasing Audrey into the boathouse. She gets down there and she hides underneath the canoe. He gets down there and he's looking for her. She's able to distract him with the fucking canoe. And then she hits him over the head with the oar and he drops his sword and she fucking stabs him in the fucking gut. She's like, why the fuck are you doing this? Who are you? Who are you? You know what? I don't care. And she grabs the sword and fucking decapitates him and blood goes everywhere. All right, now Audrey's sister Haley shows up in the middle of the night and she's looking around and she sees the dollhouse doors open. She walks over there and she sees Reese's dead body in there. And before she even gets the chance to scream, Ghostface grabs her and turns her around. And when she turns around, she has a bottle of wine and it fucking hits him right in the head and breaks the bottle. And he fucking goes down almost for the count. She grabs the knife and starts stabbing him like fucking 10 times. Audra shows up with fucking 2 axes and gives one to her sister Haley. And they fucking start fucking stabbing him with the axe. And then Haley's like, no, he's gonna bleed out. He'll die. And she's like, no, he'll rest in pieces, Audrey says. And starts fucking even hitting him more. But then Reese is like, not Reese, but Haley's like, no, stop it. And they start fucking fighting and going at each other, swinging the axes at each other, barely missing. Like, what the fuck's going on? And then Audra turns the axe handle around and bam, right in fucking Haley's fucking jaw, knocks her out. And she's like, she's gonna be pissed when she wakes up. And now the sun is coming up, and Dylan and Amber Lynn are at the boathouse, and they open the door and they see evil goat face in there, and they scream and they fucking start running because they're trying to catch all these goats because they're the ones that let these live goats around in Audra's house. Audra shows up from behind with an axe and fucking swings it and fucking hits Dylan right in the back. And Amberlynn screams and goes off running away as Audra chases her, and Dylan's left on the ground, lying there, dying. She catches up with Amber Lynn and fucking throws her on the ground and starts fucking punching the fucking out of her. He's like, "You fucking live goats? Are you serious? Goats in my fucking house? You fucking kidding me?" Beats the fucking fuck out of her. And cut credit scene. That's how the movie ends. All right, man. Get a little loose here on the final thoughts and ranking. Uh, be honest with you, dude, I watched this movie probably like 4 times, maybe 5 times, a couple times in the background where I just threw it on because I know what's going to happen for the first like 40 minutes of the movie. It's just going to be a lot of cleavage shots. You're going to get some boobs in there with the girl at the beach, doing a photo shoot, and also Reese is Monica Sims, and she has no problem walking around with her top off. And I'm not going to go into like it was acting good or was acting bad. It was just fine. Uh, I had to rewatch this movie because I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this ending? Why is Audra killing everybody? Like, what the fuck? She even goes into where Reese is at. She's obviously dead, but like, she's not. She's still breathing. Man, she's impaled all the way through her abdomen with whatever the stick that impelled her got pulled out. So there should be a fucking big ass hole, through her. But, she's like, this will be better. This will be better. And she starts smothering her with the pillow thing. And then she acts like she was alive. I don't know really what was up with that. Did Audra kill everyone? Was she like, did she go upstairs and kill Missy? Because you never really see her die. She was in that damn graveyard. What the fuck is going on with that? Uh, I guess those are little nitpicks there, but I look past it all, and I kind of look past like even all the tits in it, and try to just focus on like the practical effects and even the masks they use. The masks they used were fucking sweet, and they were real goat heads, like a dead goat, and they fucking taxidermied that shit out of it, and it fucking looked pretty damn good. So uh yeah, I watched the movie a few damn times, and will I watch it again? That's going to determine on my ranking. I am going to give this movie, fuck it, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. That means I will watch this movie again, and damn good. uh it is one of those movies, maybe it's so bad it's good, but I don't know. I fucking found myself enjoying it, even watching it like the 5th time last night. I'm like, you know what? This movie ain't that fucking bad. So what? Whatever. Fuck it. Kill Her Goats, dude, is a fucking 8 out of 10 in a haunted basement studio. Thank you for joining me again. And hit that sub button on the way out. Don't hit it. Stab that sub button and watch one of those. Or that one. I don't know where it's at. Laters.